Hello everyone and welcome to today's live stream. We're just going to be kind of talking about some of the things that have been going on in the world of cryptocurrency over the last couple days and just kind of do an update live stream. So if you're not familiar with how these streams work, basically what I do here is there's not really a set topic for the stream or anything like that. It's more of if you guys have something you want to see or hear about in the stream or on the channel, please leave a live chat and we can definitely talk about it. But yeah, so as always, I usually start out here on the Coin 360 heat map, and unfortunately we have a lot of red today. So we're probably going to be covering some of the stuff going on in crypto that's, causing some of this red that we're seeing. But before we get into that, it's always nice to see what we're working with. So Bitcoin down 3.9% at $44,546. Ethereum's down a little bit further at 6.88% or $3,187. So definitely quite the pullback. Ethereum was getting close, if not above 4,000 just a few days ago. Bitcoin was, 50 to 52,000 a few days ago. XRP is down, ADA is down. Really, we've got very few little green ones here that are actually doing well in this crypto pullback. So, as you probably saw in the title here, the crypto dip equals new highs. I think that this dip that we are seeing here in the crypto is that it's going to be just a dip. It's not going to be a bear market. I think we needed to see a little bit of a pullback, and I think it's positioned itself really well to see some new all-time highs here before the end of this year, which of course I think that's what everybody here wants to see. So I see we have 3 people in the stream right now, so thank you so much to everybody who stopped by. If you guys have anything you want to hear about or, get my opinion on anything like that, please leave it in the chat. So far in the previous streams, we've been able to get to everybody's comments, so, if you have anything you want to hear about, please leave a chat. But something that I did want to talk about here is some new interesting news related not only to cryptocurrency, but also, Coinbase and some other, regulation type things. So if you haven't seen this, this is a new product that Coinbase is working on. So it's called Coinbase Lend, and basically what the idea here is that you lend your USDC stable tokens to Coinbase, and they will pay you a 4% per year rate on that. So if you have $100 in USDC and you give it to them, you will earn $4 a year on that. So that might not sound like a lot, but when you compare it to the traditional banking system, you are getting microscopic amounts of interest on your so-called, superior fiat currency. You'd be lucky to get 0.05%, maybe even 0.5% is probably the absolute max. And if you can find a bank that, reliably gives that to you, you're going to be pretty lucky. So 4% here is a pretty big increase over what we've seen in the past. So what's the deal with this? Well, the SEC, or the Security Exchange Commission in the United States, where Coinbase is located, said that they were going to sue Coinbase over this program. Now, basically what the idea of this program is you give them your coins, they take them and they lend them to someone else, maybe a day trader, maybe someone who wants to invest in something else in cryptocurrency, but maybe they're charging that person 8% or 10% interest. So they turn around and give, half of that to you, and they pocket the other half. That's pretty much what the banking industry does now. They just don't give you very much. So this looks like it would help a lot of people, whether you're just collecting cryptocurrency, or you're looking to, just have crypto to, defer inflation and stuff like that, as well as earning a little bit of extra money. But the SEC said they were going to sue Coinbase because they are not a bank. Basically what that is right now USDC is a security. It's like a stock. It's not a, currency is what the SEC recognizes it as. But with that being said, the banks are protected from that, and the banks, traditional banks, are not considered securities. Now, Coinbase is not a traditional bank. They do not, they have to comply, but they are not currently complying with all of the regulations that would be in place for a traditional bank. So that does not make them a bank. They are a security, and they cannot do this. So right now, as you can see, this is not a live product yet. It is listed as coming soon, but I think it was going to be, I think if they do it, it's a good idea and a good program that would really help out a lot of people, not just in cryptocurrency, but I think it would also help a lot of people see the benefits of cryptocurrency and, bring new people in, because, if you're looking around, if maybe you've been working at your job for, a couple years, or you got a really good raise or something like that, and maybe you've got $100,000 or $200,000 that you're looking to get interest on. If we open up, the calculator here, say you get a, let's see here, average bank interest rate USA. Just see what the average in the United States for a checking account, okay, we'll go with savings account, give it a little boost of 0.06. We'll just say you have $100,000 times it would be, let me delete, times 1.006. That means off of a $100,000 quote-unquote investment, yes, you're just holding it in a checking account or a savings account, but technically it's an investment, you will earn $600 per year. And hey, $600 is a good amount, but not really when you're looking at the initial, investment of $100,000. So if we did the same calculation here at 4%, so we would basically times that, let's just do times 4 and percent. All right, I thought there should have been a percent in there, but percent. Well, that didn't work because you're not going to get 400,000. Let's see here. I thought I would have a percent, but basically 4% of that $100,000 here. So if we did 100,000, I think I know what I did wrong, times 4. Nope, that's not it either. It would... Why can't I figure out how to do this? But, you get the idea here, is that it's a lot better, interest rate over that. So it would get a lot of new people to come into cryptocurrency. So definitely, definitely a good idea, I think, and I hope the SEC, does let them do this eventually. But, we'll have to see what happens there. But, so it looks like we only have 2 people in here right now. If you guys have anything you want to hear about, please leave a live chat. We'll see if more people join here, but I think for right now, I'll just go ahead and turn on the music. If anything comes up, please leave a live chat, and I will be here to, give you my opinions and thoughts on whatever the chat's about. Thanks for stopping by.
Samurai sword on my back. You don't know how to act. Maybe you should relax. Maybe you should relapse. Just kidding.
Low Roller, nice to see you here. How have you been? I see you in the chat over there, so I just wanted to say hey. But yeah, it's nice to see you here. Like one of the two people that are here, so I appreciate you taking some time to stop by. We're running a little short here. No, doesn't seem to be too popular of a stream, at least yet. So, I put the link on a community post here on the channel as well as in the Bitcoin Tips Twitter. So, we'll see. If we get some more people, it looks like a third person joined. So, thanks for showing up here. But Low Roller said, why is crypto tanking today? That's obviously a very complicated question to answer, but there's a lot of things that could go into it. There is regulations that are being talked about in the U.S. with the SEC and the infrastructure package that they are trying to pass, which I believe I've made a video about here on the channel that basically says, if it does go into effect, all brokerage sites will have to collect customer information, social security number, address, stuff like that to issue 1099 profit forms if you make money off of trades to collect tax for this, idea that they have. So that could be part of it, that it's kind of ramping up. And then, of course, earlier this week, El Salvador purchased their first round of Bitcoin to use as legal tender. And, of course, the market fell off, right after that. But the SEC in the United States, which is, one could be considered the financial capital of the world, has doubled down on what they said before, that crypto is not a currency, it is property, meaning that if you sell it, trade it, get rid of it in any way, if you made a profit, you have to report capital gains, similar to if it was a house, rare vehicle, a stock, anything that would go up in value, you have to report capital gains or income tax if you're a minor. So that could be part of the reason why the cryptocurrency is down a little bit. I do know that the financial markets in the United States, the traditional stock, the NASDAQ, the Dow, all of that was down today as well. And as much as we want to say that crypto is decentralized away from that, it really isn't, and it does get affected by it a little bit. So since that was majority down, tech was down today, stuff like that. I know Apple lost about $5 off their price. Amazon, Google, Facebook, they weren't far behind. If tech isn't doing well, crypto isn't doing well. At least that's what I've observed. That's not a general rule, but so far, it's more or less been true. So that could be part of the reason why. And of course, the stock market is, a little overdue for a bit of a correction. So whether or not that's happening now, I don't know, but I think it could be part of the reason why we're seeing down in a lot of the investment areas, crypto being one of them. So, D-Ren, nice to see you here. You said Shiba with a question mark. Yeah, we can definitely take a look at Shiba. I'd prefer to look at it on CoinMarketCap because it gives a little bit more data than the other site there. But Shiba looks like it's just over 7,000 here. And usually when I'm talking about Shiba, I just look at this. We all know it's way less than a penny. So instead of saying 0 6 times every time I mention it. But Shiba is down a little bit, 5%, but they actually had a very nice recovery this week. They fell off with a lot of the other cryptos back here on Monday and Tuesday. When it fell like crazy, it was down in the 5,700 range, bottomed out at 53.15, but then very quickly by the 8th, which was 2 days ago, they had recovered completely and actually were higher than where they started the week, which of course did not last, but they're still doing really well. So I think Shiba, although it's still pretty cheap, I think it's still a very strong performing coin, and really I think there's a lot of potential in here once we get some good news from the development team. And by that I'm hoping that they do a burn of some sort, whether it's half of the coins or fees or however they decide. I think we need to burn some amount of coins to start seeing this number dropping some zeros. So hopefully that kind of helps. You just said Shiba with a question mark, so if there's anything else you want to hear about Shiba Inu, please definitely let me know. But thanks for stopping by. And then Low Roller, I saw your chat there as well. Some altcoins pumping hard this week as well. That's very true. You know, just because the entire market's down doesn't mean that everything will be down. Solana, SOL, very, very strong week here. They were up about 50 to 60%. 23 is actually a little bit down for where they were earlier, but that's a really, really strong performing coin. $178.02, and that's 7% down today. So definitely interesting. Terra here, or Luna, you know, they're up 26% on the week, 30% on the day. So they, you know, were completely oblivious to what happened in the rest of the markets. So yeah, definitely true. But SafeMoon is a huge flop. I heard the SafeMoon developer team left the project due to SafeMoon launch. Well, wow, that's kind of interesting. I did not hear that, but I may have to, you know, do some more research on that. And SafeMoon, let's see here. Well, if this is, you know, I know there's so many coins, so honestly, I could be looking at the wrong one, but yeah, it looks like they actually didn't do too bad, but of course, they're very cheap. You know, they're only 1,400 here. You know, I'm pretty sure this is the same denomination of zeros that Shiba Inu has. So, you know, Shiba's, you know, 6.5 to 7 times more valuable, which is really nice. But, you know, SafeMoon, definitely, you know, I never liked it from the beginning. If you've been around here on the channel, videos and live streams, you'll definitely know I don't like SafeMoon. I looked into it. I never invested or bought any of it. There you go, Low Roller there. That kind of answered your question right as it came in, but I do not own any of it. I never have, and I don't plan to. I never thought it was a good idea. It just didn't seem like the right one. You know, I definitely have Shiba. I won't, you know, lie to you about that. I have Shiba, but I think Shiba's a much more solid project than SafeMoon. You know, they just seem to be a little bit off. But, D-Rin here, you said, did you think 2024 is going to 0.007? I think, you know, I wouldn't even say I think. I know that they could get there to that, you know, that 7, you know, that 7 right here. I totally believe that they could. But to do that, they're going to have to burn some coins. You know, they're going to have to start depleting the market supply, whether that's a burn or, you know, somehow they get rid of the coins. So that's the only thing I think holding this coin back from a higher price at this time. The development team is really strong. The Shiba swap, although it's on the Ethereum blockchain, is, you know, a great site. You know, I know there's been some people who have lost money because of Ethereum transfer fees with Shiba, but it's a strong performing site, and I think if we started burning some coins through fees or another way, we could really see this coin go up, and it could even be before 2024. You know, that's 3 years down the road, you know, if we're looking at September of 2024, but I think it's very possible. You know, Shiba's got a good team and a good community. You know, not only is it a pretty practical coin, you know, it's got a couple good use cases, but it's also part of that meme coin category, which, whether you like that status or not, it's going to be a good thing in the long run because you're going to get so much extra promotion through memes. And, you know, they're popular, and, you know, if it ends up on the news, you know, people will be joking about it, stuff like that. So it's a good status to have, I think, in the long run, but, you know, it does take away some of the, you know, I'll say trust. I don't really mean trust, but, you know, it makes it seem riskier. I guess I'll say it like that. But, hey, either way, it's still a good coin. And then, yes, Low Roller, I saw your other text there, your chat, but yeah, 1 year, it was, you know, it's been dropping pretty steadily. You know, it hasn't been a huge drop-off, but of course, you know, it was up right around where Shiba is right now, or even actually a little higher. Back here, we were up at 4 zeros and then 1,194. You know, now we're at what is it, 5 zeros? For 5 zeros and then 1400. So it's pretty far down there, but you know, what can you do if you're not, if the team isn't gonna continue to develop and stuff like that, then you know, the coin's pretty much gonna die, you know, in the long run. You know, there's gonna still be some people that try and keep it alive here and there, but for the most part, it's not gonna go anywhere. So, you know, I never had a good feeling about SafeMoon, just the way that their exchanges and stuff operated. I just was, you know, I was gonna stay away from it, and it looks like that may have been the right decision, as it has just done nothing but have a slow decline down. And you, Low Roller said a lot of SafeMoon and Dogecoin copycats. Now they're not doing well. I don't see a lot of new coin launch due to the markets are down. That's a good point. You know, from what I remember in 2017, 2018, there were a lot of there were a lot of cloud mining sites for Dogecoin, for Bitcoin, for Litecoin that were popping up, and they were paying out really, really well, and then they'd disappear after a few months. And unfortunately, I think that kind of ruined cloud mining as a whole in cryptocurrency. You know, it's very, very, very rare that you come across a trusting cloud mining site these days. You know, I used to have 10, 15, 20, 30 videos on cloud mining sites. Now, if I wanted to make a video, you know, I have 4 sites, maybe 5 sites that are good and paying. And, you know, because of that, they were just popping up so quickly that people lost interest in it, they lost trust in it, and, you know, people lost money. And I think that's going to happen again here, this time with projects. So, you know, I think it'll be an interesting way to see how new projects in the future are adopted. If someone lost money on SafeMoon or a different coin, you know, a Dogecoin copycat or something like that, it'll be interesting to see how it affects the world of crypto. So, but Low Roller said Robinhood will launch. You can buy Dogecoin by doing daily, weekly, and monthly. $1 costs an average. Robinhood will launch. I guess what do you mean by? I'll have to look that up because I'm not sure. I don't understand the message there. That like you can buy it just automatically through, you set up like automatic investments. If that's what you meant there, but I mean, hey, people buying Dogecoin through Robinhood. You know, I'm not a fan of Robinhood, but hey, it's still a brokerage and it's still money coming into crypto, so it's not a bad thing. But let's see here. And then D-Rin said, I don't understand one thing. They say we don't have coin to burn, but where the rest is go. I guess what do you mean by that one as well there? So you said you don't think... Are you saying we shouldn't have to burn? Because basically what the burn does is they're going to... If there was a burn, it would go to a specific address on the blockchain, and no one has access to it. You know, they might just generate an address that has no wallet, no private keys, nothing like that, and it goes there. Once it's there, the coins are technically still there, but since nobody can access them, it's completely gone off. They're basically treated as if they're not on the network, so maybe they decrease the supply by half, meaning, in theory, it probably never works like that, but if you decrease the supply by half, the money should go up by double because there's half as much out there. It's basically reverse inflation or deflation. So that's kind of how that works. And then the coins that don't get burned continue to stay in, you know, wallets like yours and mine, and can be sent back and forth and used on Shiba Swap or to pay friends and stuff like that. Low Roller, you said SafeMoon didn't get listed on a major exchange. I think that's a big reason why a lot of coins fail, is if they don't get listed on a big, well-known exchange, nobody's going to buy them except the people who really believe in the project. Low Roller, you said make a video on NFT games. It's the hottest crypto. I've looked into doing that. The only issue is setting up, you know, the MetaMask wallet, getting the money moved over, because I was going to do some videos on the Axis Infinity game, and I might still do it, just kind of promote it a little bit, but I'll have to look into that again. And then you said yes to the question that I had about your comment there, so yeah, that's definitely really cool that they're doing the reoccurring buys with investing in Dogecoin. You know, that'll be really nice for people who believe in Dogecoin, as well as for people who are already in crypto and have Dogecoin, because then you just, you know, if 100 people set up an automatic buy of $10 worth of Dogecoin every week or every month, you know, that's still a good amount of money coming in just on a regular basis. So, and you know, that can really help some people out. You know, if you set up those regular buys, investing, you know, in the stock market or crypto, it just, you know, you can even forget about it, and you might think, come back to it in 2 or 3 years, you're like, oh my goodness, I put in, you know, maybe $2,000 over all those reoccurring buys, and it might be worth $20,000 because of just how the markets have been. So I think it's a positive both for the markets overall and for the people that get into it. So definitely cool. But you said Coinbase needs to fix the hacker issues. This is why I don't trust Coinbase people getting hacked all the time, and that's very true. You know, I think ultimately, whether you're a crypto-based company or a traditional finance company or a company that has nothing to do with finances or stocks or anything like that, cybersecurity and cloud security and stuff like that, if you have personal identifying information of customers, if you have payment card information, stuff like that, it's almost, you know, I don't want to say it's always going to happen, but there's always going to be attempts made, and there's always going to be new exploits and stuff like that. So, you know, obviously Coinbase is a big target because of how much money they're moving. You know, crypto is a huge market, and that's, you know, again, one of the things that I've said in the past with cryptocurrency is, you know, if Bitcoin could be hacked, or if Ethereum could be hacked, you know, and insert whatever coin you want in there, it would have happened by now, because there is so much money in cryptocurrency. Somebody would have figured out how to hack it by now. So, you know, it is what it is. Obviously, you got to be careful with it, but, you know, we'll just have to see what happens throughout the future here. But, Low Roller, you said you're in shock that Hex is still alive. That, I actually haven't heard Hex in a long time. Oh yeah, no, I know exactly what this is. I definitely remember looking at this back, you know, when BitConnect was having their issues. 40% a year. That's funny. Okay, so it's... okay. Well, home, buy Hex. Yeah, so install... Okay, so it's all on ETH now, which, hey, I'm not a fan of, but... ERC20. Okay, yeah, I can't believe it's still around as well. I agree with that. And then D-Rin said I have 161 million, just want the 0.07. Yeah, that would be really, really nice. Now I got to do the math on that. You said 161 million times... What? Okay, well, let's clear all of that out, because I just want to see what that would be. Times 0.007. 1.1 million. So there you go. Yeah, get $1 million. Hey, I definitely hope it happens. You know, I don't have that much, but I will definitely be enjoying that if it does go up that high. So, Hex reached an all-time high. I guess let's take a look. Oh wow, it has been going up really well. So yeah, I remember seeing some of these, you know, there was another one like Western Coin or something like that. I can't remember what that other one was. There was another one that was like BitConnect, but yeah, 40% a year, that's a bit high. You know, that's raising some questions of where is that 40% coming from? Let's see if they have any definitions. Staking, no. Wow. Real detailed there. Minimum stake. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. So this does remind me a lot about. This reminds me a lot about BitConnect. I would be careful with this site because I know a lot of people lost money, including me, in BitConnect. But oh well. And D-Rin, glad to hear your understanding a little bit more with the what's going on with Shiba, and, you know, at least my opinion on the fact that there should be a burn with Shiba Inu. That's my opinion. I know there are other people on YouTube that agree, but hey, you know, I think it's something that's important to do in the future here for the coin. But I see we have 5 people on, so thank you so much to everyone who has stopped by. If you guys have anything you want to talk about, please feel free to join the conversation in the live chat. So far, we've just been kind of talking about a couple different coins and, seeing where everything's at. But I am always interested to see what you guys want to hear about on the channel, so please leave suggestions if you want to hear about anything or see anything on the channel. Okay, so then D-Run City's got 1050 invested in Shiba, so definitely really nice. Okay, so and then Low Roller said that's a little bit too risky, but hey, everybody's got to come up with their own, where they want to be, and hey, who knows? You can mine Shiba Inu through Unmineable. If you rent a few rigs from Mining Rig Rentals, you could build that up pretty quickly. So, and who knows? Maybe he bought it at, maybe he only spent $500 on it. He's already up 50%, but who knows? So, I mean, I certainly hope, everybody in crypto does well. Whether you buy in now, tomorrow, or you bought in a year ago, I hope you're up. So, but Low Roller, you said you are better putting, by 1 million coins on VeChain than Shiba Inu. VeChain has a good chance of reaching $1 than Shiba reaching 0.007. So, that's an interesting point, but I just want to see where VeChain is here. See, VeChain's at 11 cents, so let's see here. 0.11 times 1 million, $110,000. So you're investing a little bit more there. But yeah, these, you got to come up with the coins that you want to invest in. I think Shiba Inu, for me, I looked at it as it's a risk. I definitely would not throw my life savings into it, but I did put in, I think, $80 up front, and then I mined it with my mining rigs for about 2 months. So that was how I got the majority of my coins, was mining. But everybody's got to come up with it on their own. Obviously, I knew I was taking a risk with Shiba Inu. I held Dogecoin from 2015 until 2020, until today. Currently, I still have it. I never thought Dogecoin would be over a penny. I never thought it would be over 2 cents, let alone 50, 60, 70 cents. Who knows with what happens with Shiba Inu? It's a risk for sure. But to me, mining it for a few months and investing in it, up front, that was a risk that I was willing to take. Maybe it works out, maybe it doesn't. It's part of crypto. So, but Low Roller said SafeMoon didn't work out since people brought it the top. So yeah, SafeMoon, I think, got a lot of hype right in the beginning, and the team thought, oh my goodness, this is it, and then it just kind of died off because they didn't do enough to keep the hype up, which unfortunately can happen with these meme coins, and I'm hoping it doesn't happen with Shiba Inu, but it's possible. And then Diran here said he's got $500 in VeChain, so there you go. Definitely got the money moved around there, so I think how many coins you have is important, but the number of coins that you how many coins in an investment. So if you have 100,000 VeChain or 1 million Shiba is important, but I think the number of coins you're invested in is also really important. I wouldn't bet fully on Shiba Inu, or I wouldn't bet fully on VeChain. You always want to have a little bit in each area, because that way, if one coin doesn't work out the way you think it's going to, hopefully you can make that up in another investment. So definitely a cool way to kind of look at it as well. But it looks like we've got 7 people here now, so thank you so much for everybody who showed up and took the time to stop by. If you have anything you want to talk about, please leave it in the chat. I'm definitely excited to see what everybody wants to hear about here on the stream and the channel. So, and then Low Roller said VeChain was under 1 penny last year. So yeah, looking at, year to date, it looks like it was, right around 1.8 cents. So, early last year, definitely, yeah, it was pretty cheap. So, this could have been another good Dogecoin type coin to invest in. If you'd bought in anywhere between, 2018 and even, early this year. you'd be up really, really well. So definitely a cool coin to look at. But again, thank you so much to everybody who's shown up. If you guys have anything you want to talk about, please leave a chat. Make sure to hit the like button to help out the YouTube algorithm, and if you're looking to support the channel further than just liking and subscribing, check out the memberships option. Any support in that area is greatly, greatly appreciated. So, Low Roller, you said, do you think BTT will reach 10 cents at the end of the year since it reached 1.3 cents? BTT, I think, has a really, really good chance of going up. I don't really have a set estimate on where I think it will go, you know, in the way of, like, saying 10 cents or 15 cents or something like that. I think it has the potential to make it to 10 cents. By the end of this year, I'm not sure. It's going to depend on what the rest of the cryptocurrency market does. If Bitcoin goes back up, you know, 65,000 plus, you know, if it hits new highs, then absolutely I think this has the potential. But, you know, if I'm wrong and this dip is not just a dip and it is the start of the bear market, then yeah, I don't see it hitting it this year. But in the future, I fully believe that BTT has the ability to make it to 10 cents. BTT's got a great team, great use cases. I think they could easily make it to 10, 15, 20 cents and even higher than that. You know, it's just going to take time. So, and then Diren said here, I'm Shiba Army. I have 8 million at another wallet for my baby. I will live it in 10 years. So there you go. You know, passing the cryptocurrency on through the family. So yeah, hey, who knows? 8 million could be worth a lot more in the future. You know, it just depends on, you know, imagine if you had bought 8 million Dogecoin back in 2013, 2014, how much money you'd have right now if you just kind of held on to it. And that's not even 10 years from now, or from then. So definitely, you know, crypto, I think if you're in it to make money, you're in it for the long term. And you gotta leave the emotions at the door, you know. You gotta be able to sign into your wallet or your portfolio or your coin tracking software. And, you know, if you're down that day, you gotta just be like, you know what, it is what it is. So, you know, if you believe in crypto as the future, you gotta not look at the dollar prices unless you are planning to sell that minute. So, and I think that's what a lot of people don't do. So, Low Roller said Solana was under $1 last year. Yeah, that Solana had a really good roll this past week, especially. But yeah, this last year has been really good for them. You know, they were, you know, wow. Yeah, it's been really good. So yeah, you had invested in them, you know, a couple $100 in them, you would be doing pretty well. You know, even back in June of last year, they were under $1. So definitely really cool. But Low Roller asked, am I still mining BTT and Shiba Inu? At this time, I am no longer mining either of those coins. I am back to mining Ethereum. To be honest, I didn't really have an idea of, you know, what I was going to mine next. I got the number of Shiba Inu that I have, I was happy with. BTT, if I could get some more, it would be nice, but I figured with EIP 1559 going into action, I guess I'll say it like that, you know, being implemented, I thought, you know what, why not get back on the Ethereum mining for a little bit, collect a few more, you know, Ethereum if I can. You know, I'm not mining much Ethereum, but, you know, it's still something to collect. I think Ethereum, if EIP 1559 continues to be how it has been, you know, Ethereum's gonna go up. You know, I'm not a huge fan of it from the mining perspective, but from the burning perspective, you know, we've burned millions of dollars. If I pull up Ether scan, all right, I guess I just can't type, but it figured it out. And we take a look here at the dashboard. It looks like it's loading. It's loading. All right, it's taking its time. When we're waiting here, it looks like we've got 10 people online here, so super thankful for everyone who's shown up. Thank you so much. If you guys have anything you want to hear about, please leave a live chat. Make sure to hit the like button to help out YouTube's algorithm. But looks like our dashboard loaded here. 200,000 Ethereum. Now, that's not $200,000. That is 200,000 Ethereum has been burned. So that means we've burned a 200,000 Ethereum that will just never be able to come back into the blockchain. So that's crazy. And if we go back to here, you can see that, all right, well, let's just do 200. Oh, it would help if I had a calculator open. So 200,000. We'll just make it a round number. I know there's a little bit more there, but 200,000, and we're going to multiply that by the current Ethereum price according to CoinMarketCap, which is $3,206.85. That is $641 million has been burned from the Ethereum network. Ethereum is going to go up in price because of this. Whether you are a miner and you like EIP 1559 or you're someone who hates it, it is going to make the price go up, and it is super, super important. This is what Shiba Inu needs to do. Maybe not on this kind of scale, but it needs to be done if we want to see that price go up. So definitely super cool. Low Roller, you said, don't forget you have to worry about getting hackers to steal your coins. Yeah, you definitely want to make sure that you have your coins secure. Hardware wallets are the best. Paper wallets, you know, if you can, set up a wallet on your computer and, you know, disconnect it from the internet. Be careful what you do on the computer that you store your coins on, because if you get a virus or a hacker, you could lose those coins. So, you know, that's something that everybody in crypto has to keep, you know, keep in the back of their mind, is you are responsible for your coins if they're on your personal device. So that's something to think about as well. You know, you don't want to lose your passwords, you don't want to lose your 12-word phrases, stuff like that. So, Low Roller, you asked if I'm mining Litecoin. I am not mining Litecoin. I haven't mined Litecoin since probably 2016. I do have Litecoin, but I haven't mined it. And I'm actually pretty happy with the amount of Litecoin I have. You know, it would be nice to have more, obviously, but if I had to, you know, I think there are other coins out there that have more potential, you know, that are cheaper to get and have the same potential to go up. But again, I think Litecoin's super undervalued. Easily $1,000 to $5,000 Litecoin, I think. But then again, Ethereum, I think, should be $10 to $15, maybe even $20,000. And with EIP 1559, this right here is super, super important. If we continue at this rate, we are going to be losing so much Ethereum that it's going to just naturally go up in value regardless of what else is going on with the market, because it's just going to be harder to get. It's the same thing that happens when Bitcoin halves. It's harder to mine, so it's going to go up in value. You know, it might take a few months, maybe even a few years, to see this really affect the price in more than just, you know, a couple $1,000s, but it's going to happen. And, you know, I wasn't a fan of EIP 1559, but seeing it in action, I'm starting to think it was a really good idea, especially if you already had Ethereum. So, let's see here. D-Rin said, if I buy $100 Shiba last year, now it's millions, but I'm new to crypto and I was working in Forex. Hey, you know, everybody's got to get in at some point. You know, obviously, everybody that's in right now wishes they bought Bitcoin back in 2009 or bought Dogecoin back in 2013. Pretty much any cryptocurrency last year. So, you know, it is what it is, but hey, at least you're in it now, and hopefully we're here in a year from now or 2 years from now, and you're saying, remember when I was, you know, sad for not buying $100 worth of Shiba, you know, 2-3 years ago? I'm glad I bought 161 million, because now it's worth $10 million, something like that. But hey, you gotta be hopeful, right? But Haywood, nice to see you here. Welcome to the stream. And looks like we've got 13 people here, so thank you to everyone who has shown up. But Haywood said, did you ever try mining helium? I did try to get into it, but I never got a miner due to the backlog with the chip shortage and everything like that. I did try and get into a partnership with a company that was giving miners out, and I was not able to get one. And for me, I didn't want to take the risk of spending $500 or $600 on a miner that wouldn't even ship for 3 months, because I didn't know where crypto would be. You know, crypto is very, very volatile, especially when you're trying to mine. Yes, this miner right now, if it had been shipped the next day and maybe gotten there the next week, I absolutely would have spent the $500, $600, whatever it was on it, because it was making 13, 14, 15, maybe even $25, $35 a day. That would have been a great investment. But when you're waiting 3 months for it to even ship, even assuming that you got overnight shipping, that's still 3 months and a day. Who knows? The price of helium could have been half of what it was, or, you know, the difficulty could have gone up so much, which is kind of what we saw happen. So unfortunately, I never did get into mining helium. I did want to, and I would still be interested in it, but again, you know, the profitability to risk was just not where I wanted it to be personally, so I ultimately had to make the decision and not go forward with that. So that was kind of my area in helium, but oh well. So Eric, welcome. You said, I believe BTT will be promising a crypto. Again, I think BTT has a lot of potential to be a really good cryptocurrency. You know, we gotta see some market movement, but you know, they've got a great team, they've got a great use case, and I think it's gonna go up really well in the long run. So D-Ren said, can you look at how much Shiba was burned? I don't think they have a Shiba burn yet. Let's see what comes up here. Alright, so Shiba Inu coin burn. This was August 9th, so this was a... Whoops, what is this? Oh, nope, come on. I was hoping to... Alright. Alright, well, we'll turn off the music, because I don't know if this video's playing. But, alright, so... Let's see, because I don't think they have a burn going yet, but, let's see. Oh, they donated 10% of the remaining... Oh, okay, so Ethereum burned 90% of the tokens that the developers sent to him unsolicited, donating and remaining... Okay, so he burned 90% of what they sent him. I know they sent him what it was, but I don't remember how much. It was a pretty large amount. But, you know, I still think that there's so many coins circulating. You know, if we look here... we've got circulating supply of 394 billion Shiba Inu circulating. That's a ton of coins in circulation, so we're going to need to see a bigger burn here in the future. You know, obviously, I think that's important for it to go up in value. So, I think we need to get an official announcement from the team at some point, but definitely something to think about, you know, as an investor and a team member, if there are people on the team that, you know, end up seeing this, but that would be cool. So, again, it looks like we caught up in the chat there, got a little bit busier all of a sudden, which is great. I always like hearing from you guys. So, looks like we still have 6 people on right now. So if you guys have anything else you want to hear about, please leave a live chat. Again, make sure to hit the like button to help out YouTube's algorithm in recommending this, as well as the channel for more people, so more people can learn about crypto and what's going on with it. But also, if you're looking to support the channel further than just liking and subscribing, check out the join button for the memberships. Any support in that area is greatly, greatly appreciated and helps make videos about mining and physical computer hardware a lot more possible. So, again, you know, I appreciate everybody for stopping by. You know, we've had a good amount of chats tonight, kind of seeing what's going on, but... Low Roller said Shiba Inu needs to worry about the Indian government selling the coin too. That is very true. I have looked into that before, because what was donated to them, they definitely want to, you know, if they wanted to cash in on it, they'll obviously have to sell it, which, you know, in crypto, that's, you know, you don't want to sell your crypto. But if you're a company or a country even, you know, that has a need for money, that's the only thing you can do is sell it and get cash for it, or, you know, fiat. Because, you know, if you need it for medical supplies, you know, a hospital might not take Shiba Inu. Or, you know, I don't think there's any hospital that takes crypto. So, unfortunately, it's something that can happen and can hurt the price. But it is what it is, you know. We just got to keep going forward with it. But, Hyan said, talk about Ravencoin. What did you want to hear about Ravencoin? Because I know Ravencoin is a very, you know, popular coin, and I think it is going to be the, you know, as EIP 1559. All right, I thought it was closer to the top, but Ravencoin, I think, will eventually become the next most profitable cryptocurrency to mine after Ethereum. If EIP 1559 continues to cut into the miners' fees, Ravencoin is in a great position to be the next most profitable coin, and it is actually the most profitable coin to mine on a lot of older GPUs. Anything with 4 gigabytes or less was really good because the DAG for this was only about 3 gigs. Obviously, that's not going to last forever, but it was still something to think about. Let's close out some of these tabs, turn the music back up a little bit there, but Ravencoin, I think, has a lot of potential. So it's been all over the place, especially this year. It was up 18, 19, 20 cents. So right now it's about half of that, which is on par for about the rest of the market, about 50% down from where it was. But it's been all over the place. I mined Ravencoin back in 2017 for a little bit. I should have kept it, but I think it's a great coin to mine. I think it's a great coin to be holding. Again, like I mentioned earlier in the stream, I think it's more for the future. It's not going to be an overnight rich, but a lot of cryptos aren't like that. So I think it's a great coin. Hopefully that's kind of what you were looking to hear about, but definitely still a good project to look into. So D-Rin said every listing they burn $25,000 Shiba. What do you mean by every listing? I guess I'm confused on what you meant by that one, but Low Roller asked if I am still claiming from faucets, and the answer to that is absolutely. I've always loved faucets. That's how I got my start in crypto. I still go on almost every day and claim from, a few faucets, not a ton, like I used to, but, the original faucets, unfortunately, Mooncoin is, not, or I'm sorry, Moon faucets are no longer a thing, but those are a great set of faucet. It sucks to have it gone, but oh well. But yeah, faucets are great. So, and then Low Roller said Indian government will probably go Coinbase cash out. Coinbase having problems Shiba Inu price this week. Yeah, I know Coinbase has had a bit of a rough entry into the Shiba Inu trading area. They had some issues initially, and I think part of it is it's a meme coin, so when it gets added onto something like Coinbase, or, if it ever gets onto Robinhood, stuff like that, the servers might not be prepared for the amount of traffic that they're going to get, and that causes crashes. So I think that's on Coinbase. They should have been more prepared to handle that kind of traffic. But hey, you can only make estimates, and maybe they overestimated and still underestimated. So who knows what's going on there, but and then Low Roller said, do you own any ETC in case ETC pumped to $1,000? I don't have any ETC. I don't have anything against it. It's just not a coin that I am holding. So I know we look at it a lot here in the streams, but it's done really well. It was up here, come on, yeah, it was up in the $100 range. If we do this, it was, yeah, $134. So this is another coin, another one of those ones that I think has potential to be a good mining coin if EIP 1559 continues moving forward and taking more fees. But with that being said, I don't have any. So like I said, I don't have anything against it. It's just not one that I'm holding. And then I'm not sure how to pronounce the name. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it, but you said, Hayan said, how much did you get per mega hash? It's like 1 coin per mega hash today. That I'm not sure. I wasn't tracking the mining much in 2017 as I was just getting started in the mining side of cryptocurrency. I worked for 2 years in the faucet and cloud mining side, but when I first got my mining rig, I wasn't keeping track of it. But I had a couple thousand coins because I think my main rig, because Ravencoin, I don't know what it was running. I guess I could do a what to mine for the Ravencoin algorithm, because I had a whopping 2 1060s back in 2017. That would have been getting Raven Coin. Oh, what am I doing? Kapow. Let's see here. That would have been getting 18 mega hashes. So I would have been getting about 18 coins today. Back in 2017, who knows? Probably a lot more. But I should have kept them. But, and then D-Rin said, sorry, I just believe in Shiba. No worries. Hey, you know, Shiba's a great coin. And, you know, if you believe that it's going to go up, definitely continue to hold on to it. Low Roller said taking online survey is better. You can use survey money to buy crypto. It's much better than faucets. That's true. You know, I have seen those survey sites and even faucets with survey options. I'm just not a huge fan of the surveys overall because oftentimes when I've done them, it's say it lists it for like, I don't know, 5 minutes completion time. Well, you get in there and they're asking you all these questions. It ends up taking 10, 15, 20 minutes to complete this survey, and then you only end up with a few cents or, you know, whatever it gives you. I've never been a fan of the surveys. That's, again, my personal opinion. So, Kona, nice to see you here. You said, any thoughts on the XYO network and the coin app? That's actually a really interesting question because I haven't thought about that in a while. Back, 2018, 2019, one of those years, I got really into the XYO network. I had the Sentinel that they gave you for free and the coin app on my phone. And I mined it, you know, driving around and you know, I had it running all the time. But I went to go back to it, I think it was last year in 2020, and I opened the app, which I never deleted off of my phone. It was in my crypto folder, and all of my coins were gone. My account was still there, everything on the account was still there, except the coins. So I was like, well, this is stupid. I never really figured out what happened to them. I think it's an interesting idea, but, you know, after losing all the coins somehow, I didn't really like it. So, it is what it is. But I do still have the Sentinel, and I think it's an interesting idea. The earnings for me were also pretty low, I thought. You know, for how much I used it, I think I maybe only had 100 or 200,000 coins. So, and that was the coins. That wasn't, you know, you had to convert it or whatever. So, not XYO coins, because what are they at now? Let's see, XYO. Yeah, so that was not XYO, because in the app it's called coin, unless they changed it. But hey, it is what it is. But you know, you'll have to see what it is. You know, in the future, it's just all about, you know, what happens with the coin and how the team does. Alright, sorry about that. I had to take a drink there, but, Eric, you said, which faucet do I recommend using right now? You know, that's the thing is, if you're gonna get into faucets, be prepared to use multiples, because one faucet is not enough to really build up your portfolio. And again, I always position faucets as something to allow you to collect cryptocurrency and not something to make money. You know, you do make money with it, but it's more about the crypto that you're collecting. So if you're looking for like the best #1 faucet that I would recommend, almost always going to be free Bitcoin. They have so many ways you can earn on the site, so many ways to level up and increase your rewards. They give you reward points, they give you tickets for their other game, but it's still something that allows you to earn and gives you the chance to earn even more. Free Bitcoin's a great site. I've never had issues with them. And then like Low Roller said right below that, Cointoply is a really good faucet. There's a ton of faucets out there that are really, really good, but you just have to be willing to use a lot of them or look into the faucet collector bot. That one allows you to claim from literally thousands of faucets without having to do anything. Obviously, setting that up will take a while. You know, if you're setting up 1,000 faucets, you're basically signing into 1,000 faucets. But once you do that once, you're good to go. As long as you have a computer that is Windows and is on, you'll be claiming from those faucets at set intervals that you choose. So Faucet Collector Bot is a really, really, really good program. You just gotta, really invest in it, and the more you set up, the more you're gonna make, obviously. So it's still something really kind of cool to think about. And faucets are great, but free Bitcoin is my favorite faucet. I am on free Bitcoin at least once a day, every day. And I should probably be using it more, but that's when I don't have the Faucet Collector running. So when the Faucet Collector is running, that site is used 24 times a day. And then Low Roller said you can live a survey. You can easily make $5 to $10 a day once you figure out the survey. Okay, yeah, I guess that's fair, because I was answering the questions truthfully or legitimately. So I guess that is another way to go for it if you're just trying to speed run the faucet, or I'm sorry, the survey, not the faucet, and make as much money as possible. Then there is that option as well. So but yeah, there are other sites out there. There's things like Honeygain that you can let run in the background on your computer and make a bunch of money with passively using your internet connection. You do that, you've got an extra maybe $50 to $100 a year to spend on crypto. I've made $150, $200 off of Honeygain, and I've done nothing but install a program on my computer that gets turned on every day. So it's one of those things. You find more sites and services that allow you to get paid out into PayPal or something like that. You can just take that money and, even if it doesn't go to PayPal, you can take it and go to Coinbase or Crypto.com or something like that and buy it. So you just got to be willing to put in the work and find the sites and fill out surveys and stuff like that. So, there's a ton of ways to make money online. There's just not a ton of ways to get rich doing it. And I think having the cryptocurrency as the markets go up is the way to get rich. And yeah, Brave Browser is another good one too. So, there's a lot of other ways out there to earn crypto for doing probably what you already do or already use your computer for. So, it's a great community, and just finding new ways. I'm always finding new sites and stuff like that. So, definitely really, really cool. But other than that, I think I am going to get ready to hit the end here on the stream pretty soon. I'm going for about an hour here, a little over an hour. So, and then yeah, Low Roller said don't forget crypto mining browsers too. Yeah, there's a lot of those out there as well. I've had those before, but obviously mining's going to affect your computer, so a lot of people don't like those. But hey, personal preference. So there's different Mac mining apps, Windows mining apps, even phone now. But D-Ren, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Glad you enjoyed, and hope to see you in the next one. But other than that, everyone, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope everyone enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys in the next stream. Bye.